Welcome back to Makeup with Gigi. Today I'm going to show you all the steps I usually don't show you, the things I do before we start. So we are going to get started today with the Marshmallow Primer by NYX Professional. And I just take 2 or 3 little squirty squirts of that, and I'm just going to put that all over my face, starting in the areas that I do need a little more help, a little more coverage, and that way I can give that just a minute to kind of dry and before I go smoothing it in. And the rest of this, I'm just going to smooth all over my face. Just make sure that we're all covered and good. That's all had just a few seconds to hang out there. Next I go in and I'm going to do my brows with my Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in Warm Brown Auburn. And real quick, I'm just going to do a quick fill in. We're not going crazy here today. We're a little short on time, per usual when I'm trying to get ready for work. I have to get my child ready today too. Well, he's an adult. So he gets himself ready, but I have to make sure he gets there because he rides with me. So I don't want him to be late, which means I can't be late. And you see, I am not doing a very neat job. This is why I do it off camera. And it's kind of boring. But you just want to, I'm going to brush most of this out, honestly. There's probably a better way to do this. Brows are not my strong suit here. I do have my little spoolie brush here, and I'm just going to give it a good once over, and that's going to kind of blend everything and even out where it's a little heavy. And then I'm going to take my spoolie and just drag a straight line here and a straight line here, and that cleans up the top. There we go. And same for this side. See right here, I got way too much right here. That's not even where it goes. Just take my spoolie and get rid of it. And since I already have my primer on, it does make it a little easier to clean this up without any type of Micellar water or anything like that. Next, I go in with my e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel. This is in deep brown. And first, I go downward to make sure I get the whole brow, like each individual brow hair. And then I go upwards. And we're just going to stand these little guys up. And again, I'm not real neat when I do this. This is really why I need to do it first. Okay, get a good fresh dip going on here. Again, we're just gonna brush everybody up and into place. And then take my other spoolie brush. There's a spoolie at the end of the brow pencil too if you want to use that one. Whatever, I like this one. And just give everybody a good comb upward to encourage them to remain in place. You'll see in my videos, I definitely go back and have to adjust and fix brows pretty regularly. The next step we're going to do is I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Camo Color Corrector in Apricot. And I'm just gonna, well, I've already got a bunch twisted up there apparently. So I'm going to just take a little bit on my finger and I'm gonna dab it off on the bottom part of the little pad here. And I just dab it over the darkest parts of my eyelid to help even out the skin tone before I start putting any type of primer. If you don't have super dark over your eyelids and you don't want to do this step, then you can skip it. Give me like 2 minutes in this video and pick up with me there. Go get a drink, go get a snack, go to the bathroom, whatevs. Fill your coffee cup, fill your wine glass. All right, you're running out of time. We're almost done. Okay, and now we're moving on. You better be back at your desk, back at your phone, back at your chair, wherever you're watching me. Next, I am going to take the brush that I can't find. Here we go. My little Eco Tools Detail Concealer Brush, and I'm going to dip it in the Beauty Crop Stuck On You eye primer. And I'm going to just put that, not necessarily in any particular place other than on my eyelid. I do want to make sure I get kind of close to the inner corner, kind of close to the lash line. You know, a rough idea of where you want it. And the same on the other side. Giving it just a minute to hang out there and dry while I do this side is going to help me gain the coverage that I am desiring. And maybe not have to do a second layer. The next thing I do, and I think this is really important, I think this does a much better job than just a beauty blender by itself. I take my finger, and the heat from my finger warms up the product and makes it move really easily. And that way I can soften it and really get it into everywhere I want it. And it's a little uneven, but that's okay. And just the same with this side. I'm going to switch hands for a better angle. But you just soften it until it's pretty much almost exactly where you want it. I'm going to wipe my hands off on my towel here. And then I take my beauty blender and even it, because that is going to give you the most even finish. See how pretty that is now? And then I take my Laura Mercier setting powder. I just take a little bit on my brush here and dab it off. And I'm just gonna go immediately over where my eyes crease the most on both sides, just to avoid that creasing. And then I'm gonna take whatever's left and whatever didn't stick immediately in that area. And that's what I'm gonna use to cover the rest of my eye. So it's really not a ton of powder, it's just mostly concentrated in the areas that crease the most. And then I take Shorty. We all know Shorty here. Hi Shorty, welcome back to the show. And I just dust off any excess because I don't want that area to be too dry. I am then gonna take my setting spray again, and I'm going to set all of that just very lightly. That helps everything stay in place, and it adds a layer to moisture after you have used some powder product. So now I'm gonna put all of this away, and the next step is to tape my eyes. A lot of people don't like Scotch tape on the face. It is probably not good for your face. I don't see the point in buying the little makeup specific things that do the same thing. This is already at my house. So do it however you want. If you want to go out and buy the special little, you know, wing assister tab things, go right ahead. Me, it's just not for me. This works just fine. I am going to put my smaller mirror in front of me so that I can see exactly what I'm doing here. Otherwise, it's a hot mess. And again, this is why I do it off camera, because it can be a hot mess and it can take a while to get them in just the right position. You know, I think we got lucky today. Those look pretty even. I think I'm just gonna roll with it. So, don't forget to check me out in future videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe below. It's been great, and I'm out of here. Bye, y'all.